We're live, America. We are live. We are live. Guess what? Do you know where you are tonight? You are in the Dago Bar on a historic evening, boys and girls. Belgium, Italy, wake up. Wake up now. Okay? You're welcome to the first annual IDD Loafy Awards, the redoubtable one, Law Dog. Highly questionable else. Yes, we have some hardware or some software, depending on the Loafy. But we have a slew of categories tonight, and I guarantee you when you see this, you're going to be like, oh, I remember that son of a bitch. Yeah, that guy choked like a motherfucker. Look, here's the thing. And the reason I am all for this, because you know what? We get on these guys, and all these guys work hard. It's a fun night at their expense, but it's a fun night. It's a way to laugh it off. But the thing is, if you're going to have a Loafy, you might as well get an award for it.
That's right.
I mean, you might as well get something for it.
And let's be honest.
I mean, you get ridiculed by your fan base. You got and Loafys are hard to come by. I mean, you really got to pinch one.
Well, let's be honest. We've all loafed.
We've all loafed
before.
Yeah, metaphorically.
Whether it was kids' sports, whether it's at your job, we've all loafed.
We've all been there.
With your family. I mean, as a father, if you haven't loafed before, you're not a real dad.
You're not a real dad.
Okay,
you're not trying hard enough.
I mean, maybe weekly, we loaf and fuck up and let our kids down or let our wife down.
Yep.
So, to your point, this is all in good fun.
It's all in good fun tonight. So if you do happen to see anyone that gets an award tonight, understand something. We kid because we care. Okay. And the thing is, most of these people are actually really good at what they do. So there's only a few that, and we got a couple of we'll give you some we'll tell you what the categories are first. And again, this is going to be a free-form thing. It's not going to be in an order, but Tommy had a list of categories. We're not going to tell you what they are yet, but we're going to phrase out. We're going to discuss. We're going to vote on them. Okay, 2 out of 3 is going to win these Loafies. It's going to get heated, just like a steamy. It's going to be steamy.
Let's give a definition of a Loafy.
Yes,
because this is something that was born on this show. Mm-hmm. All right, when somebody is capable of doing something.
Congrats, by the way.
Congrats to
Tom Izzo.
My surname, Tom Izzo, Michigan State basketball coach.
354.
Go Green, baby!
Conference wins.
Hero and idol and favorite coach.
Yep.
Just passed Bobby Knight on the all-time wins list.
Yep.
For Big Ten wins.
Big Ten wins.
All-time Big Ten.
How many?
354.
354 in the Big Ten alone.
That's awesome.
Mr. Izzo,
great coach.
Has had a hell of a career.
Great.
He's definitely going to start crying in this interview.
And by the way,
he's
got a good team this year. They're going to have a shot. So congratulations to Coach Izzo again. Okay?
Jimmy Jackson.
Jimmy Jackson in the house. Ohio State Buckeye.
Yep.
So a Loafy. Okay, so when you've heard the term shit the bed, you've heard the term shit yourself. When you're capable of doing great things,
shit your pants.
Right. You're capable of doing something great, and in a big moment, you don't come through. A lot of people say shit the bed. RJ used to say diarrhea Jones and the diaper of doom. And then I thought about those times where you don't think you're going to shit yourself, but an entire loaf just shoots right out and hits you in the back of the jeans. Mm-hmm. And we started calling that a Loafy.
Yep.
Because it's just like a loaf shooting out of your ass.
Loaf. Steamy.
And now, let's be honest, whether it's Diarrhea Jones or it's a loaf, we're going to call them Loafies.
Diarrhea can have loafs in there.
So the Loafy Awards are to
loafs,
honor,
loafs.
The Loafy Awards are to honor all those bed shitters and loafs and Diarrhea Jones candidates.
And trust me, you're going to hear these ones tonight. You're going to argue. You're going to look in the comment section. If you agree, disagree, that's totally fine.
Correct.
We are going to vote on all of these. So they will come to a vote.
Yes.
We'll not just, we'll have a discussion.
And while we have categories, it's going to get messy. Because some of them fall between multiple categories, so you can really pick your poison. But we have GM Loafies, so general management Loafies.
Yep, got that on there. I'll keep you honest here. I got the list.
Coaching Loafies.
Yep, that's definitely.
Organizational Loafies, which really could be classified as a GM Loafy, but sometimes it's an organizational Loafy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Sportscaster Loafy.
Definitely.
Trophy Loafy, which, now this category, there's a specific distinction.
Let's clear this up now.
A trophy Loafy must happen in a game that if you won, you would receive a trophy.
A trophy.
Okay.
And the Loafy costs you the trophy.
Exactly. Now some might argue, it happened in the divisional round. They would have won. No, it's got to be in a championship round.
Yeah, a trophy Loafy.
And then the epic of the trophy Loafy is the Lombardi Loafy. Then you have the postseason Loafy.
Yep.
the Loafy, which is kind of like a regular
standard
Caesar.
Loafy. Yeah, that's on it. Yeah, I got you. Okay.
Societal Loafy.
Yep, that's an easy
and
one.
And then the Diaper Dandy Loafy.
Is that the double Loafy? Is that
No.
the double one?
No.
The double Loafy is...
Back to I got one for that. So I just want to make sure I had the definition right. Okay.
Okay.
I've got it.
Now, do you have a pen? We have to write this down.
I do. I don't have the Diaper Dandy logo.
So
I want to write that down so we don't forget it.
Actually, I
because-
don't have a pen, which
it's-
is really odd.
We will. We got
That's okay.
So-
between takes, we'll get it.
The Diaper Dandy Loafy is
This
an
will
ode
be
to Dick
multiple
Vitale, who just beat cancer, or is
Yep.
trying to fight cancer.
He's beat cancer a couple times,
Now,
man.
Diaper
Fight.
goes with Loafy, right? Diaper
Yeah.
anyway.
You
But
can't
this
have
is, this is a rookie Loafy. Because a Diaper Dandy is...
like a baby Loafy.
No. So Diaper
Or the rookie, right,
Diaper
but-
Dandy is talking
freshman.
about a rookie, a freshman.
sensational freshman.
So Diaper Dandy Loafy could be a freshman
Fat
or a
freshman.
rookie at the professional level.
Okay.
Okay. I got you. Okay.
And that would be a rookie who has promise, but
It's sharp.
That's the easy one, too. I got one for that. Already in my head.
the other one and one that was missing, and we will have this tonight. And this one, you can have more than one because we can literally do this across 4 sports, and I think we probably end up doing that. We have the Legacy Loafy.
Oh, that's right.
Legacy Loafy's on here,
This
too.
is the Loafy that
I don't have a Legacy Loafy.
we got to write it down.
write
This
it
is
down,
the Loafy that stands the test of time. This is the metal muffin that doesn't get cleaned up. Okay.
This is the one that's going to stain forever.
Oh, and the stench will never go away. Never.
You'll always-
Yep. You walk by. Is that one from 1980s? Yeah, that's they didn't clean They didn't clean the metal. So the Legacy Loafy, there will be more than one because trust me, when you hear the candidates, you'll be like, yeah, there's got to be more than one of those because there's a few of them out there that you'll remember that we remember. Some of that are fresh, and some that have happened recently. Some that have happened down the road, but they bear mentioning because. The organizations haven't recovered from some of these Loafies.
Yeah.
Hence the term legacy Loafy. It changed the legacy of and history of a franchise. So there will be a few of those we'll pit back and forth. But which one do you want to start with? The first Loafy of the evening, if you will.
I have
funny. I love that.
I have GM
Dunk
Loafys
contest.
at the top.
GM Loafy's at the
GM
top.
Loafy. So are you guys comfortable with GM Loafys?
We can start with GM Loafy.
Yeah, I got GM Loafy. We can start with that. That's the easy one, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to cover mine up just so we don't cheat, okay?
All right. Well,
So do you want to go first with the nomination?
would you like me to go first?
I'd like you to go first.
So just to be clear, I have several of them.
Okay. All right.
I have several.
Yeah.
Why do I have a feeling they all reside in the greater New York area?
No, actually 2 in New York, 3 elsewhere.
All right.
I'll start in New York.
All right. So this is the
So you got multiple GM Loafies.
nominations. We got
nominations. So we're going to throw them all out there,
We'll pick-
and then
then
we'll
we'll pick
try to
them.
have a discussion of like, all right,
This
which one's
might be several takes tonight.
So we're going to go around, like you do
I'll
one,
do
we'll go
one,
around, and then you'll get to, because I only got one, but
That's all right.
That's fine.
because I got an epic one, but
Yeah.
and I'll leave with that. But if you got a few more, then
I have an epic.
let's go here, and then you finish your list.
Yeah. I
That's
won't
fair.
throw them
Okay.
all. Yeah. So my first one is obvious. Even my son, when I asked him what are some Loafies that happened this year, this
GM
is
Loafies.
one of the first ones. Giants letting Saquon go to the Eagles.
Oh, it's easy.
Then him having one of the greatest running back years of all time, culminating in a Super Bowl championship for the Eagles.
You can smell it all the way from
Oh,
New
yeah.
York right now.
That was fire.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
That was fireable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
that's fireable.
And that's where it almost becomes an organizational Loafy because that happens, and then the owner says, "Hey GM, why don't you run it back?
It's been nice.
Why don't you run it
He
back?"
should have said it's been nice.
But he
No,
didn't.
He didn't.
He loafed.
Yeah.
And he brought him back. So
Well,
Okay,
could
so
be
that's
an
your first one. That's
organizational
good.
That could be the
That's got-
organizational.
that's the
Loafy.
org-
That's a
I like
second
you.
that's
one.
I like you
the
starting
owner.
in New York. I
Yeah,
like
I like
that's
that.
good. That's a good one.
So
I like
that's
that one.
my first nominee.
Okay. So my go next.
Yeah.
All right. So GM Loafy.
GM Loafy. Easy.
I've got a couple here. I'm trying to think of which one I want to prioritize here.
Yeah. Give your best one first.
I'm trying to think what's my best one because they're all good. The problem is, I would say of the is it 3 that I 3 or 4 that I have. The best one of those off the bat is probably the New York Jets bringing in Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
Because the GM, not only did he bring him in, he brought in everybody he wanted. The coach, that Hasselhoff, Jackoff, Wackoff, whatever his name is,
Nathaniel Hackett.
who everybody blasted Mr. Sean Payton for calling him out for what he was. Well, look what happened in New York. Yeah. Was Sean Payton wrong
To be
again?
fair, though, that was 2 years ago.
This year. He came back and he was healthy though. Last year he gets a pass. He got hurt in the fourth.
But I mean, the GM move was made.
Yeah, but
2 years ago.
I know, but it spilled over. We saw it this year. Last year you can't really tell. He didn't play. Yeah. So I don't really tell last year. He was 4 snaps in the season ended. I can't blame the GM for that.
Yeah.
But he came back this year and he was steamy. He was steamy.
Oh yeah, he was.
He was, and they were.
2 New York football GM moves at the top of the list.
Yeah.
Yowzers.
Yeah.
It won't be 3 in a row.
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But this is real easy.
Okay.
Because this is legendary Loafy.
Wait, what is
But it's a GM Loafy, but it's
From this year?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's easy. This is Mr. Nico Harrison. Because guess what? Anthony Davis is likely out for the year.
No.
He tore the abdominals rupture that
He's out
but
for
that's
the
an
year.
injury.
It hasn't been it, but hey.
Yeah, but that's what he's
But
all
you
about.
still traded away a top 5 player for an aging
But he never had
two-way
this
player.
injury before.
But AD's always.
He's had it twice this year, but he's played through it.
Oh, he tried to play.
He's been out. Yeah, he tried to play through it. So
Well, but what do you know? The
Nico
stats?
Harrison.
Do you know what his stats were in that game before he got hurt?
yeah, they were pretty good
They were
for
beyond-
the
Well,
first
did
half
he
they
get
played.
26, 16, and
Trade
3.
Luka for one single half of Anthony Davis.
Right.
He didn't know that was going to happen though,
How could he not know?
because he was. First of all, he was playing.
Anthony Davis has been hurt forever.
And look,
How
it
many
really
injuries?
wasn't. It really
To
wasn't
be
for
fair,
Anthony
hold on.
Davis.
How many injuries has Luka had? Luka had missed most of the season.
He's not been out since
with the Cavs. So what are we talking about here?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to blame him for that one too.
He sure was ready to go with the Lakers.
So
right
are
away.
you
know what I
challenging
mean? So-
this Loafy?
I am totally challenging it because the guy he traded away
we have a
was
challenge.
the guy that he traded away was injury prone, fat, slow,
And
steamy,
so
out of shape.
Anthony Davis is injury prone,
Anthony Davis has a ring. This motherfucker doesn't.
but it doesn't.
He's got a
But
bubble.
my question wasn't if he got a ring or not. Is he injury prone?
He's got a grocery
Anthony
store.
Davis is a China doll.
Isn't Luka Doncic also injury
He's
prone?
been a China doll.
Luka Doncic is also injury prone. Look at all the games he's missed.
Let's look at this.
Yeah. Go,
Luka's not exactly a beacon of freaking
No, but he's still-
longevity and freaking no. He's not Tom Brady.
He's still 25.
That's the problem. He's already had a ton of injuries. He's 25.
I'm just saying he's young and in his prime. It's still a dumb trade.
I don't think it is.
Ask anyone in Dallas. Dallas will agree with me.
I think they had gone as far as they were going to go with it.
I haven't seen a blunder like that. To my team's benefit, great, but I haven't seen. I was like,
think
what?
They would never. First of all, Kyrie was only getting older. He's 32 now. You'd have to rebuild around him again. This guy, and by the way, the Celtics aren't going anywhere.
No.
The freaking the Oklahoma City Thunder aren't going anywhere. The fucking Houston Rockets came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And now there's a team in San Antonio just added that kid from fucking Sacramento.
But they'll let
Hold on a
alone.
second. We're going into injuries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Luka has never played less than 61 games
In his
Fair.
6 years
before this year.
before
Right.
that.
Now he's only got 20. So this has been a bad year.
Sure.
But that's not too bad. 61.
Especially in the age of
This age,
load
yeah,
management.
because-
What's the
right?
most games he's played in a season?
72.
And when was that?
That was his first season.
First season. Okay.
So 72,
If he's playing-
61, 66, 65, 66, 70 last year.
Weren't you giving Kristaps Porzingis shit for a similar resume?
No.
Yeah, you were because he has a similar resume.
No.
He's had
Kristaps
60
has missed games after games.
So
Well,
is
Porzingis
he.
has a ring too, so
He does.
Not until, because he's on this team.
Well, he was a big part of that team.
No, he wasn't.
20 points a game.
wasn't he injured?
Was he carrying the water?
He played like one game in the playoffs.
No, he played 3, and he won 2 of them.
Dude, you could add me to the Celtics and I'd have a ring.
Well, you could ride the bike like Skip.
I might get winded.
That's true.
All right, hang on now.
Stepmaster, maybe.
So Anthony Davis, the Stairmaster's tough. Fuck that. Anthony
No, I want the
Davis
bike, motherfucker.
missed games in career.
They do it by
Jesus,
season.
232 games.
Well, he's 32 years old.
Yowzes.
Yeah. So what does that break down over 11? How many seasons has he played?
So 10.
It's actually not too bad. So it's obviously more seasons than.
Yeah.
So 64 in his first year, 67, 68, 61, 75, 75. Then he dips 56, 62, 36, 40. So like
Those 2
36,
years.
40, 56.
Then he played
Last
76.
year was 76.
And so far this year, what's he played?
So he's played 43.
43. So he's been good. So I'm saying with this he has not. I'm not saying it's not a bad trade. Time will tell.
Sure.
But I'm saying that the year he was having, if he did stay healthy, the Dallas would have been a threat to go to the finals again. Yes, they would.
possible.
See,
Yes,
here's
they
where
would've.
I kind of come to your side a little bit, Lawton, in terms of Loaf, is I feel like they could have gotten more. Not to say Anthony Davis is
almost
a
like
great
a straining, like you're trying to get the loaf
It was
out.
like they had to just get rid of him real quick and didn't really
tell anybody.
Okay, but hold on a second. Let me ask you guys both a question. If you're Dallas, okay, and you're trying to get back to the finals, the best team in the West right now is Oklahoma City.
Yep.
Where is their advantage over here? It's down low.
Yep.
By a lot. They were not going to beat that team constructed the way they were with Luka. They needed a big man who could drop 20 a night and get you 10. And that was the best offer they were going to get because nobody else who had a big man like that was giving them away.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yep.
Nobody was. Okay, Lakers are desperate. LeBron is 40.
But
he's getting older.
But I feel like
I don't think they're doing this for LeBron no more,
Luka,
though.
they would have given them anyway.
If Dallas is
Other
trying,
teams could have given them.
to win right now, which they are, because Kyrie's window is still there.
Yep.
You got to get a guy that can drop 25 and get you 12 a night, and he was the one guy out there that I think was tradable, that was going to be given away. We continue to talk about. I've had a couple days to think about this. You and I didn't snap. I was like, why did he do that? But then I'm thinking to myself, well, if you're trying to win this year, who's the obstacle right now? It's the Oklahoma City Thunder. Where are they better than Dallas? Up front. As Dallas was currently constructed, they could not match them up front. No way, no how.
Still think long term it's a GM Loafy.
I'm not saying we don't know what's going to.
We'll see.
We'll see. Time will tell on that.
Yeah.
But again, Luka Doncic has shown me
And you
nothing.
didn't want to pay him.
Well,
The
again, and he
116
also
cost him $116 million.
he also doesn't play defense.
A lot of guys don't.
No, he's you can't score 30 and give up 30. It's a wash. That's what happened in the finals.
No, I'm not saying
And
you're wrong.
If he could score 30 in Oklahoma City, but Jay Kilmer or Alexander, who's going to guard, is going to get 35.
But if
what
Anthony
matter?
Davis is such a great two-way player, then how come no one ever in LA thought he was the heir apparent to LeBron? No one ever thought that.
LeBron James is a rental.
Exactly.
He's been 5 places in his career.
Right. But who's going to be the guy to take you now? Who's your leading guy?
Luka
was the only option there.
Right, but it wasn't going to be Anthony Davis.
I believe that LA hitched his horse to the wrong wagon. Your best player can't play half quarter, and that's it.
And
in
LeBron
fact,
would be
if you
gone.
look at most teams, LeBron in his prime did play defense.
He did.
Luka will never play defense.
Right.
Never.
Yeah, no,
never.
LeBron
ever.
is versatile. I mean, LeBron does a lot.
He does a lot.
Yeah.
But
Even at his age, it's amazing. Yeah,
every
pretty impressive.
team in my lifetime, their best player played both ends of the floor.
Yeah.
All the ones that were champions, you can look this up.
Luka
I'm not
can
making it
pass,
up.
too. He can pass.
Yeah, but again, that's part of scoring. He has assists.
Yeah.
He's a good passer. I'm not questioning his skill set.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no, he's
questioning
good. Like,
his
let's
work
not get it
ethic.
twisted.
They had this guy watched him for 6 years. He was never going to get in shape. He's like, and he's thinking to himself, $350 million.
It's a risky loaf.
Is he a better?
GM.
And again, I'm going to say this, and you're going to agree with me. Is he a better player than Jason Tatum? No, he is not. Not even close.
It's like
Now you're gonna
after you get off diarrhea,
now you're
you're
gonna
gonna
now
fart,
you're gonna
and you're
pay.
like, I don't know if I should.
But hold on a minute. Now you're gonna
That's
pay
what Nico
him.
Harrison
You're
did.
gonna pay him $45 million more than Jason Tatum. No, you're not. No, you're not. And the Lakers. Tell you why the Lakers did this. The Lakers are gonna get him at like $220 million.
They're gonna, yeah.
If the tag was $350, I don't think LA would have
But
done
Nico's
it.
a moron.
If the tag was $350, I don't think LA would have done it. Because at $220, you can go out and get another max player. At $350,
All right.
People protesting the trade.
We
When was
respect.
the last time you saw that?
We respect your challenge of the Loafy.
Yeah.
It still remains.
It still remains. Still
okay.
remains.
Sorry.
As a nomination. No,
it was
it's
too early to go into that kind of discussion. We have to be fighting over the award, not the nomination.
It's okay.
You can nominate who you want.
Guys,
Technically.
this is our
That's
first,
my fault.
This is
That's
our
my
first
fault.
Loafy award.
Yeah,
We only have all night.
We only got 74 more.
We have to wake up at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Go kick somebody's ass.
All right. So, I'm trying to think. All right, I'm gonna stay in New York.
I like it.
What I do.
And I'm not gonna go with one of my teams, okay? And this potentially is an organizational Loafy as well. But
So you're not sure which one category it falls
right,
into.
but I'm going GM here.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
And I'm waving at the Bronx Bombers over there.
Waving at him.
You know, because I really feel like the Yanks pulled an all-time Loafy, allowing Juan Soto to go to the Mets for $5 million more.
That's bad.
Okay,
If that's all it was, $5 million bucks.
That's bad.
so
That's as bad as the Giants not paying Saquon $15 million to
Yeah,
to Philly.
So we offered Soto $767 million.
Yeah.
Over 15 years. They offered him $760 over 16.
Oh my God, that's so close. Why would you just stay there?
Right. Well, and
Yeah.
that's the
$5
thing.
million.
And you had him. So you traded a bunch of way to get him for 1 year.
He must have wanted his own squad, basically.
But here's my thing.
You know what I mean?
He went to the World
went to the
Series
World
with
Series.
you, and you couldn't keep this man.
No, I agree with you 100%. That's
why I
terrible.
think it is a major Loafy. Look,
Yeah.
the Mets might have overpaid, but They did it because it was like, fuck you, Yankees.
Yeah.
We're
We'll
going to
take
take something that you...
Well, he makes you better. And he's younger. He's younger.
6.
Yeah, the Mets didn't. This wasn't about. This is about long term for the Mets.
And he would have probably lived in Judge's shadow anyway.
He would have.
Right, but in the playoffs, he
outplayed.
He was awesome in the playoffs.
Judge fell asleep.
By the way, he judges up for a postseason low.
Yeah, he is. He's absolutely up.
And he's 6'7".
Yeah.
Imagine that, Loafy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so all right, I like that one.
That's a pretty good
I like
one.
that one. Okay, I'm gonna go. All right, I like that one. My next one. I mean, I'm living in this kid's head rent free, so I might as well do him a solid. I'm going to go for Joel. This is for you, Joel, because I still love you in spite of your idiocy. And if you haven't learned after today's lesson not to talk trash to a basketball player, you're hopeless. And you have to read back that. You'll be laughing your ass off. Anyway.
You said I'm on the fence. I'm the only other lib in that. And I always...
Brian agrees with me on... Brian was... When I left his brother, Brian was like, dude, just stop talking. He's lighting you up. He's lighting you up. Just like... anyway, Joel, this is for you. Philadelphia 76ers, the GM there, brings in Paul George. Listen.
Goodbye.
Paul George, by all accounts, is a good dude. He's had a hell of a career. But, and I don't know if he's hurt or not, but it's past the midpoint. Everybody's dealing with injuries. But if to my mind, and I think they'll both agree with me, if you're well enough to go out there and you decided that, then you got to compete. He had a game last week where he scored 2 points. I mean, 2 points. I can score 2 points at 51 if you leave me open in a corner. Yeah. Okay? I mean, so that, and he hasn't played, when he has played, he hasn't played well for the most part. The Philadelphia 76ers, I mean, you think the Giants are in trouble. Philadelphia is on the track, the 8 track to the wrong, the diamond mine, and there's no diamonds in there. They're going to die down there.
Well, the process is becoming a legacy.
The process is, yes, it is, and that's going to be nominated. I mean, that's going to be nominated. It will be. Yeah. So I got him bringing in Paul George because this has backfired like you read about. If you look at, and now people are talking about just shut Embiid down and tank the season. They came in when they put those 3 on paper. They're like, we're going to challenge in the East. That was their expectation. Now people are talking about just throwing.
There were some sportscaster Loafys when they brought George in.
There were.
I mean, because it was like, ooh, the big 3.
Well, if he had but here's the thing. Everybody said this. They got to be healthy. Everyone knew that.
But you knew that.
And Embiid, by the way, Embiid's going to be up for an award tonight too. By the way, that motherfucker for his bullshit.
I think they got to move on from that.
They got to. But this is the thing.
He's feeling that.
He's not tradable right now.
I know.
They're stuck. Yeah. That's why I tell them, this is GM Loafy for bringing in George, and they're going to be up for legacy Loafy too because they're on the fast track to a diamond mine. There's no diamonds in it, and I don't know where it ends.
And the fact that poor Maxey is attached to all this, I mean, he's awesome.
What if he wants to get traded? This is the thing. The other thing that could happen. Then it'd be anyway, that's my guy, Philadelphia GM. I forget his name. He was James Harden. They were friends. They had a falling out. Whatever happened. But fuck him and fuck them. And Joel, you were right about. Joe called this. To be fair, Joe, you said that was a bad signing. You were right. So that's my second nomination. You?
I don't really have another one because Nico Harrison is so egregious. I'm going to put him in again.
I don't think he touches the 3 guys we're talking about.
All right, so you
can't predict injuries, but
so here's another GM move, but this could be considered more organizational because their GM really doesn't do shit. But the Cowboys acting like they didn't have enough money to sign Derrick Henry.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
What a fucking Loafington.
Yeah.
Oh.
Going into the season with Rico Dowdle and
who was the running back?
Dowdle? Ezekiel Elliott.
And Ezekiel Elliott.
You brought him back.
That is awful.
He was done.
And he was done in New England. I'm actually happy you said that because in my mind I was like, that's kind of. Bringing him back was pretty bad, and that was going to be like
that's on the heels of not signing.
But now I'm picking on Dallas because I'm hitting Nico and I'm hitting Jerry. Yeah. So,
like you know,
you saying this. Here's the thing: that
if anyone with this is like something where the Trumplicans could fuck up. If you are a football team that's a playoff team, and you have a glaring weakness at running back, and your options are Derrick Henry,
right,
and Ezekiel Elliott.
Or Saquon Barkley.
But was he already gone?
Expensive. I mean, they could have offered him.
All right, those 2. But the point is, you took by far the third of the 3. If you got Derrick Henry, no one's saying a word. Derrick Henry had a great year this year.
Exactly.
But this is the choice. You bring back Ezekiel, who was done 2 years ago when he left you to come to New England.
Right.
This is a major league fucking low.
And then middle of the year when they start asking Jerry about it, he goes, "We didn't have the money for it."
Oh my God! Of course you don't.
Fucking billionaire.
Guys driving around in a helicopter from his stadium to his sports show, and they don't have enough money for it.
Come on.
Even though you gave Dak $60 million, you paid fucking CeeDee Lamb, You get the fuck you talking about?
Oh, my
Give me a break. Yes, no, this Loafy definitely stays.
Sir, you have a next one?
I had one. What was the last one I had?
Ladies and gentlemen, we're still on the first Loafy, so
This
if
is
you're
the
still
first category.
with us.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hell of a night.
It's not going to be a quick one.
No, this is gonna be funny.
This is like the Oscars. People are falling asleep. They're like, these fucking assholes are still giving awards.
Still talking about the first awards, 11:30.
Play the music.
Anyway, this will be my last nomination for this one. I have to go with Robert Kraft. Hiring Gerard Mayo. And I like Mayo as a person, and I just think he was in over his head. And the organization and the guy who's no longer there set him up to fail, to be fair. But it wasn't, and the thing is, it wasn't that he had a bad rookie year, because nobody had high expectations. People said, sports announcers up there, the talk show guys, the meat puppets as I call them, all said the same thing. They all said the same thing. He's going to make mistakes. Everyone knew it. What I laugh about is why anyone was surprised by it when you said it was going to happen. And the cupboard was bare. He had a rookie quarterback. He had a first-year coordinator, a first-year quarterback. What were you? And the Buffalo Bills were in that division. What were you expecting? The Dolphins were in that division. The Jets were supposed to be contenders. So what were you realistically expecting? But here's why it's a Loafy. If Robert Kraft hadn't, and he did it because of fear of losing him, which I don't get because he wasn't proven as a coach. If he hadn't signed it into his contract that he would be the next head coach, he wouldn't have had to hire him then. He could have gotten Vrabel last year when Vrabel got fired.
Is this guy's going to win again?
So this is definitely a loafer there, Robert Kraft. Now, he finally got Vrabel in here, and he was still there, but because a lot of stupid GMs out there. But hence this award show. I got to say, Robert Kraft, you put yourself in this. You never should have hired this guy. And it was all about the contract that you signed.
That was nice.
That was nice.
I mean,
sorry, that was a nice.
I appreciate you going after Kraft. You really don't do that much. And in this one,
a loaf is a loaf.
I kind of it's hard to transition from a legend, so I think it's always going to be clunky when you know what I'm saying. So I'd give him a little.
What you don't expect is the level of you don't expect the coaching to be better because you followed a legend, especially if he's young. But the problem is, how do you help that guy out? You don't leave him with. There was not that roster might have been the worst roster in the league.
He was set up.
He was set up to fail. So I mean, why is anyone surprised he failed?
Because now it's going to be harder for him to
where Gerard Mayo failed.
For sure.
Here's why this is a low, because if Gerard Mayo, I think Gerard Mayo killed himself in the end, because the problem wasn't so much the mistakes on the field. It was the things he said in the press conferences.
Yeah.
I mean, he had about 5 or 6 press conferences.
He's calling this guy soft.
Not that one. They responded to that one. But that was the other one that was like, okay, that actually something positive came out of that. He waited too long to start, as it turned out. I mean, you either start, you either get Lyman or you don't play this kid at all. The kid got a concussion. Shouldn't have been. Then they put him back in at the end. We shouldn't have been playing again. That's your franchise. That's a mistake. The post game press conferences were just awful. He sounded like that donkey who's now our Secretary of Defense went over to Brussels and embarrassed the whole country last week with his stupidity.
Don't compare him to that asshole.
Well, the press conferences are pretty similar. All right. Gerard Mayo's actually a champion on the field. That guy's a loser everywhere he's been. So that's my nomination, Robert Kraft.
I have a couple more. Okay,
these couple more GM Loafies.
Now these are little ones. Okay, but I think they deserve mentioning.
We still got for the GM Loafy.
This is GM Loafy.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm
take a break.
Smaller scale.
We might. Yeah, we only the first segment's just the first one.
What we got?
So
18 seconds.
At the end of last year, the Warriors paid Draymond Green. And that was a fucking loaf job.
Yeah.
Now, this loaf job actually goes back a couple years to when he punched a teammate in the face.
Yeah, he
should have been gone.
Yeah.
But paying him was just bad.
Not only do you keep him, but you pay him.
Yeah, you paid him. And then the other one is actually one that I brought up on text. And it's a small one, but I thought it was funny. The Colts hiring the Bengals D coordinator.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
One of the worst defensive seasons ever.
A great one.
I mean,
I didn't even think about that. That's good.
Is it possible to nominate a guy twice?
Yeah, that one's really good, man.
Because the other idiot in the room here is we call him the sports version of Donald Trump. Jerry Jones hired Marty Choke and Puke's son. He could have had Vrabel. He could have gone after Belichick. He could have gone. He did.
Sorry, we're watching the dunk contest. This is ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
He brings in Marty Choke and Puke's offspring. It's really Marty Schottenhart, but the man is such a choke. We call him Marty Choke and Puke in my neck of the woods. And we're watching the dunk contest, by the way, and the kid from Virginia is doing it again.
Dunks over Bosch.
Yeah, taps the frickin' and then dunks it. That's kind of sick.
Oh my
That's some hang time.
goodness,
That's
bro!
Some MJ.
That is sick, dude. This guy's probably the best dunker ever. I mean, this is 3 years in a row if he wins it.
3 in a row?
3 in a row, isn't it?
Last year was
I'm
the
pretty
first
sure.
year. He won it 2 years ago.
I thought he won it 2 years ago as well. Got to look that up.
Yeah.
We got to look that up because he is lights out.
And he's creative.
Yeah, very
He does
creative.
different dunks.
That first one off the ladder was pretty sweet too.
Dude,
where
that
he dunked
Stephen
2 of
Castle
them.
dunk behind the
That was a 50. Yeah, they call
It's
it
so
a 50.
funny. I love how the league keeps him around for this weekend because he ends up on a scab league, and then some pro team pulls him up 2 weeks before the run.
Yeah, he's playing with Magic right now. He's on there.
He's never suited up in a Magic
G League. He's G League.
Yeah, G
Yep.
League.
He is. He's G League.
G League. Get a life league?
No, I mean the G League.
Yeah, that's no brainer.
Dude, the G League, like Bronny's in the G League putting up.
Ronnie
28.
shouldn't even be in the G League.
Dude, he puts up 27 in the G League.
Yeah, he's been pretty good in the G League.
The Knicks have 3 guys that don't play. They go to the G League. They score 20 a night.
G League.
McClung won the event in 2024 and 2023.
Okay, so he's
See, this is 3-peat.
Repeat.
Did he just win?
Yeah, he just won.
Dude, that fucking was
was
another
that?
50. He had all the 50s. He's GOAT.
I gotta pee.
That is the GOAT dunker right there.
Should we take a break and then come back?
Absolutely.
Or do we just stay with the stay?
Just run and pee.
All right.
Just run and pee. He's unbelievable.
This is just
Next
how it
up,
goes.
coaching Loafies.
we have to pick this winner.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, we didn't vote on it. We have to. Who's gonna take home the
We're
Loafy?
gonna need to order pizza too. I don't know. My God.
Yeah, look, this is the first annual Loafies. By the way, while we're waiting for Tom, just look at the ambiance around the room here.
Well, we got-
By the way, you know who that is. You know that's BS, and that ain't no BS.
Man, he was
that's
sick.
Barry Sanders, the greatest running back I believe in the history of the NFL.
I agree. I always say he's the best
And
running back I ever seen.
That there is 4-time Stanley Cup champion, Red Wing Steve Yzerman. You know who that is. And look, it's an award show. I'm allowing this. That's Magic Johnson.
The Iser plan.
Next to Tom Brady. Okay, so there's some.
We got Hall of Famers.
Hall of Famers everywhere.
All the way down the line. Eli will be there.
Eli will be there.
You know?
Jalen Brunson stays healthy. He'll probably get there. Big Papi, maybe the greatest clutch performer in postseason history, given what he did with the Red Sox. And then if you don't know who that guy is, he holds the NHL record for the most Selke awards. Patrice Bergeron, my favorite hockey player of all time. Who also, by the way, he has the record for Selkes, which is the best two-way player in the game, and he also finished in the top 100 in the history of scoring. He's a top 100 scorer in the history of the NHL, which is 100 years old, I guess. So he also played offense and won a Stanley Cup. Ended a drought. Mac McClung, he's the same height as the girl he was interviewing him.
And he's three-time dunk champion. That's
and
crazy.
she's in high heels. Okay, so
and then the rains came.
the rains came.
Okay,
all right.
so we need to vote.
All right, so let's go back over the nominees.
Should we eliminate some first?
Yeah, we'll knock a few off.
I think obviously Colts hiring Bengals D coordinator.
Yeah.
Bad, but you never know what happens.
Oh man, I would vote. I thought that was the best one. You
Really?
threw out. Oh my god, 'cause I
Really?
completely forgot about that. That's such a low.
Well, but we don't know what's going to happen because
That's true.
He could have a good.
But that's just like hiring Matt
me look
Patricia.
at-
well,
we
the
don't
thing
have
is,
to-
it's Don Amaruno.
Too bad I couldn't blame
he's
the
he's
GM of the Ohio State
respected-
Buckeyes.
He's
mean-
a respected D coordinator.
To me-
that's why.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess.
All
Yeah.
right, so those guys are gone. Anyone else?
I think we have to eliminate Nico because there was
Oh,
a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge. And look, we looked at the numbers. There's not that much of a difference.
Oh come on.
And
I'm
Luka
just saying
doesn't
there was
play
a
defense.
challenge on it.
A valid challenge. I
right.
made a point.
I think-
Valid. Everything I hit you with, by the way, was facts. There was no opinion in it. It's the facts, man.
Except that you didn't get that Anthony Davis is a China doll. That was weird.
Luka's a China doll too. But he's a China doll with
Now
a
I
ring.
like Anthony Davis.
He's a China doll with a ring who plays defense.
Anthony Davis gets hurt every game.
Luka
almost.
is a
Like, is he gonna be?
Luka
Is
is a China
he gonna be
doll.
out? Oh, he's back. Okay.
Luka
is he gonna be out?
China is.
He's out for the whole game. What happened this time?
Luka isn't even a China doll because he plays no D. He's a China all or all.
Man.
He's not even a D. He's no D.
I don't know, man. I think
Can't
a lot of
give-
people would agree
you
with
cannot-
Nico.
You don't give.
I think
You
a
don't
lot of people
give.
agree with
I don't
Nico.
think. Yeah, he just said it earlier. Nobody's giving $350 million to a person who plays on one half of the court. No one in their mind is doing that. He'd have to be averaging 50 points a game.
Oh, he
and
jumped
he's
over
not.
that car
he's
too.
not.
That's pretty.
So
See, here's the tough part about that Loafy too, and there's a couple other in here. We don't know what the end
We don't.
The end is yet.
Yeah.
with some of these Loafies, like
So yeah, it's kind of like the same thing with the Bengals,
exactly.
Colts, right?
Exactly. Like the Saquon Barkley loaf.
Yeah.
That ended in a fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah. You
and
know what it is.
Greatest running back seasons ever.
You know,
I can give it that. I understand.
And you saw the going to Disney World.
If we're ending,
you actually avoided disaster.
Yes.
This could have been worse.
I still think it's a loaf, but I get it if you.
No, it's a loaf.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's a loaf.
Yeah,
we're comparing it to other. These are legendary loaves we're talking about.
Mine just be white bread. You know, you guys might have multigrain. You know what I mean?
You never know.
Corn.
Yeah.
Okay,
corn,
so
what's that Panera bread?
corn and peanut poop.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I gotta vote for Saquon.
Saquon's a pretty big loaf.
I think that's
I don't disagree with that one. What about the other ones?
Well, the other ones we had were the Sixers, which is a pretty big loaf.
Bad.
Yeah,
And
they
then
be bad.
That you know what's funny about that? The crash is gonna. We don't know how big the explosion's gonna be. That's the thing. We know they're gonna crash. But what if because they tank? What if Maxey goes trade me in the offseason? Which you might do.
Then it would be one of the winners. But
yeah,
I think right now
it's a failure. They failed.
Yeah.
They're not going to the postseason.
Without a doubt.
They're not good. It's a failure. I mean, I don't disagree about Saquon because we saw what happened.
Right.
I mean, then you got Jerry Jones with the double. He has two Loafies in one. This is the thing. It isn't.
But
one,
he could be the double Loafy award later.
I know, but
That's
this.
true. Double. Let's save him for double.
You gotta save him for double, and then we'll say Barkley. That's good. That's good.
And here's the thing about Jerry. Here's the thing about Jerry. Dak got hurt. The Cowboys were in an absolute mess this year.
They weren't healthy to be
If they
fair.
had Derrick Henry, it really wouldn't have changed much.
I like
I
the
think it
Giants
would have.
GM.
They won 7 games without him. They don't want 10 if he
GM
was
gets
there.
the GM Loafy.
I think he deserves it.
Absolutely.
I mean, okay.
Joe Shane, spelled like SCHOEN.
First Loafy of the night.
Shane.
Write it down.
Kane
I've never
Loafy.
been, but we know.
Type it in. You know what?
Yeah, I got it.
Just have the text. Don't send it.
I can
Type it in.
No, I can do it now.
We have to record of this. So.
Do you want to put it in there? In yours?
I mean, I'll just.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got a thing with you can check one.
Oh my God. Oh, you got the list where you got
Are
the
you
check.
sure you work? How the hell did you do that? That's
It's easy to set up,
when you're
actually,
unemployed and you have nothing to do.
No, I did this in bed one night.
Incredible.
That's awesome.
Probably called the redoubtable one. He's a force to be reckoned with. Okay, so I failed. All right, second one for Christ's sake.
You guys good with coaching Loafis?
Yeah, we're gonna take a break for that one. Go to coaching. Should we do the coaching one quick?
Yeah, let's just do coaching.
All right, so coaching Loafis, and this is across all sports.
Anything you want.
All right, so you know, I assume you have.
Oh my God, I have.
Just roll them off. We'll see.
Mine's one.
Okay, so my first one I think is the best.
Okay.
It's Mr. Steve Kerr himself with an Olympic-sized Loafy not playing Jason Tatum in multiple games in the Olympics.
Didn't affect the outcome though.
They won the gold medal.
I don't care.
It's a Loafy.
I don't care.
It was disrespectful.
It was so disrespectful.
It
to
was.
a guy, you listen to him talk for 5 minutes, doesn't say the wrong thing ever.
To one of the nicest guys in the league.
He really is.
Yeah.
And then and then your dumbass goes into an interview and says, well, had to think about the matchups. When you're talking about maybe the best player in the world.
Do you remember the night we talked about this? I said, what matchup doesn't favor Jason
Exactly.
Tatum? And by the way, I'm talking about the USA roster because there's nobody on that fucking roster that can stop him.
Yeah.
Never mind the rest of the fucking world. I saw him light up Durant. I saw him light up James. I saw him shit all over Giannis. And we only had one. He shit on every guy.
And when it comes to the international game,
but you know what? There's going to be a matchup problem over there. Turkey's team is pretty tough.
Exactly.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
So yeah, in that regard, it's a Loafy, but it would have been if they lost the gold medal. Then he would have.
Yeah.
There were people, by the way, that were rooting for them to lose after they did the Charles Barkley.
It wasn't a trophy Loafy.
No.
Yeah.
But it is a Loafy.
But we're not talking about trophy Loafis.
We're talking about coaching Loafys.
I think it
It
stays.
was a horrible coaching move.
Yeah, I think it stays, but what's going to hurt it is it didn't cost them the gold.
Didn't cost them, yeah.
But it's a legit. It's legit. It's
Well, so-
nominated worthy, yes.
Several of these didn't cost anything.
All right,
So
yes.
the next trophy Loafy, Christy Sides.
coaching Loafy.
Coaching Loafy.
Hey, you're not the high one, okay?
Coaching Loafy. Christy Sides trying to draw up the out of bounds play slice on national TV.
That was
one of the
funny. You didn't see this.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
time.
Caleb Clark's in the huddle,
my
and
God.
they're looking around like, what the hell?
Dude, she grabs the board and she goes, slice.
I watched.
She writes it on slice.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and then she just starts kind of going like this.
Without
and
talking.
then they stand up and Caitlin Clark looks at one of the girls and she goes, who's taking it out?
Yeah.
Do we know? Where are you going?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I mean, it was
The
hilarious.
TV caught most of it.
Obviously,
It was like, oh, God.
it wasn't a big deal, but like, it was an absolute loaf.
It was a coaching loafing.
The camera came into the
She saw the camera.
Yes.
And then the loaf happens.
Yeah, because the dog tries to give you a little more access.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get viewers.
Yeah.
So the camera comes into the huddle,
and
it was like she shattered herself.
She puts one eye on the camera and then it just loafs. Her
Oh my God, I
brain
didn't
just
see that.
drops.
Watch that.
I mean, it's a loafing. It's
Legendary
definitely it's worthy.
It's a
worthy.
coaching loaf.
All right, that's fair.
It stays. That one's very good. Yeah.
Next, we have John Harbaugh running Derrick Henry 16 times.
Oh God.
With a chance to go to the AFC Championship.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
And the problem with
my
that is that could qualify as a double O because he did the same fucking thing last year in the AFC title game against the Chiefs, and they came in as the running team, and he touched the ball 16 fucking times. Like, what are you doing? Why are you running? The team ran the ball 16 times, not him. The team. So anyway,
Now,
yeah.
my last coaching loafy, kind of an obscure coaching loafy.
Okay.
We talked about this on the show once, but it was very brief.
Okay.
Greg Schiano, Rutgers
Yep.
head coach,
Yep.
second time Rutgers head coach.
Yes, sir.
So they were playing Illinois at home. Rutgers takes the lead with 1:01 left. Okay? Go up 1 point, score a touchdown, place is going crazy. Now, Illinois, I believe, is ranked at this point. They drive down with 10 seconds left. It's 4th and 13. Illinois is taking a 58-yard field goal.
Oh,
it's windy. I mean,
Yep.
there's no shot he's making
No
this.
chance in hell. Is he?
Guy kicks it up. It's about 20 yards short, but Schiano iced him.
He called it time.
He iced him. They go, well, he's not making that field goal. Let's go for it. 4th and 13, 40-yard bomb.
Oh my God!
And they fucking beat Rutgers.
See,
That is a fucking loaf job.
That's a loaf
That is a loaf job.
Yeah, that's a serious
So,
one.
Yeah, that's a serious one. I don't think mine.
obscure, but good.
Very steamy.
Mine has a whole story to it, but not. I don't know if it'll.
very-
That's really good. Actually,
Very, very steamy.
that's a coaching loafy.
That's a
Oh,
steamy
man.
one.
That's as good as it
That's
gets.
gonna leave a mark.
Yeah.
That's one of those where they go, just throw the pants on.
Yeah.
If the kids have
Yeah.
just throw them. We'll buy you a new pair tomorrow.
We're not getting that out.
You planted that into the material.
Yeah.
We might need a special.
We might not even wash that. Yeah.
Throw the pants out, Loafy.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's
The
good.
thing is, that would qualify.
Just get rid of him. Burn him. Throw him in a trash
Oh
can
my
and burn him.
God, I remember this. Did you see that? Yeah, all right.
Do you
Well,
have
I don't even know how to follow that. I'm
have any
God.
coaching levels?
Yes, I
No,
do,
you
but I was laughing so hard. Give me a second. Fucking, no, I just had it in my head. Wait a minute.
Okay.
It's Andy Reid in the Super Bowl.
Coaching loafy.
Are you fucking kidding me? That could have been the worst game plan. Would Matt Patricia, you swap jobs?
I thought you might save that for the trophy.
I would say it's more.
Well, no, because there's another guy on the field. Okay. The point is, who is equally as bad. The point is, this is a coaching loafing. So Andy Reid, who's regarded as the greatest offensive mind since Bill Walsh, and no one would argue on that, had 2 weeks of film study, which is part of the reason why he's such a savant like Belichick is to defense. He's supposed to be that guy on offense. He had 2 weeks to look at this. He's got the best player in the game, even in a down year. I think nobody would argue. Mahomes is still Mahomes and everybody else. The point is, he has that dude. Okay? And when you have that dude in 2 weeks, if you're an offensive genius, what the fuck were we looking at? Like, what the fuck? We were sitting here on the fucking show at the Dago Bar over here talking about where were the double reverses, where was the sprint draw, where was the audible check with me at the line, where was fucking Worthy, a guy who runs a 4-2 to go in motion just once, okay? And then run a hot read off of that off a blitz. Like,
7 rush attempts?
7 rushing attempts.
Yikes.
Then there's that. And then, for good measure, because, Andy, I guess it was stuck. He couldn't quite get it all the way out. He comes out in the second half and makes no adjustments. Nothing changed. They came out the first 4 plays of passes. What the fuck are you doing?
He couldn't, John talked about sucking the Loafy back in.
Did it go halfway
He
out?
couldn't, so he just had to push it all the way
Yeah,
out.
pushed all the way
Oh,
out.
he pushed. It took a while.
And then fourth quarter, he goes, "Oh, Worthy's open."
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah.
Tim.
Worthy had 157 yards.
Yeah.
This donkey fucking did wasted it for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Where was that in the first quarter, on the first drive, on 3rd and 5? Never.
So you
know
got
what?
Greg Schiano. It's so obscure. year. That's so good.
That's so good.
Yeah, sorry to go back to that, but that's so
cool.
great. That's awesome.
That's my nominee. Him, Andy Reid, Super Bowl, huge Loafy, Major League Loafy. By the way, your legacy took a hit.
Well, it's a triple. I mean, it's a trophy.
It's a trophy.
It's a Lombardi. It's a legacy.
This is the Loafy that can be in multiple categories. This is the throw your pants out Loafy.
Yeah.
Just throw them out. That's another one. That's 2 of them. Just throw them out.
Just throw them out.
Your wife looks at him and goes, "I can't believe I married you." Throw them out. Throw them out.
No, you don't put those in the hamper.
And the thing is, they're so embarrassed they can't even tell their friends. Because every time they know their friends look at you, your husband, they'll be like, "He shit his pants." What? He shit his pants. He loafed. And it was so bad you had to throw him out.
That's the one you don't want the wife to say.
That's the one. The wife would, out of shame, she won't tell anyone that story. That she will take that with her to her grave.
But if
she will tell no one you did that. If she loves you, she's not.
Well, no,
if she's
but
really, by the way, don't piss her off.
No, but the shame hits the man first. The man is too ashamed to put those in the hamper. That goes right in the outside trash.
If the man is
outside.
you didn't even tell the wife.
Yeah.
You
might even take him to a dumpster.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
But
So
yeah,
you have evidence outside.
you know why? Because the stench around the house.
Because
The wife starts walking around.
You're stopping by 7-Eleven, going around the back.
She's looking for dog shit. And there's nothing on the lawn.
All right, Lon, what do you have?
All right, so this won't have as much steam as it would have had last night. All right, but the coaching Loafy award for me goes to Tom Izzo
Oh, you told me
versus
about this.
Indiana. So that's why I asked if it could be a history chasing Loafy. Let me set the scene for you, shall I? Tom Izzo got his first Big Ten win against Indiana. Okay. So it's set up for you.
Was it against Bob Knight?
It was.
Yowzers.
It's set up for you at home against a 14-10 Indiana team.
Not that bad, but
set up.
Yeah.
I mean, you're 19-5. You're better, right?
Sure.
It's set up for you for Tom Izzo to pass Bobby Knight, who coached
Indiana.
Yeah.
And they used to run over Michigan.
And he has a chance to beat his old team to seal it.
Yeah.
That's like stars aligning wild shit right there, in my opinion. Like, wow, that's crazy.
Absolutely.
You look at the teams and you're like, this is a no-brainer. And I witnessed during this game, Steve Mariucci's there, Magic Johnson, all the Michigan State stars. Steve
Magic
Smith,
was in the stand.
the whole family's there. Everybody's there.
Where was it?
In East Lansing. It was at home.
Oh my God! Was Greg Kelser there?
Greg Kelser, George Blaha's doing the game. Everybody's there.
Draymond make it?
I don't know. I didn't see Draymond, but
He's at All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
a lot of just
A lot of legends.
a lot of legends, right? It's all set up,
They've got some Mateen Cleaves.
and I witness a Tom Izzo coached team, a Hall of Fame coach team that could not penetrate a 2-3 zone. And I think about
They went Boeheim on him?
They went Boeheim on him and shut him down and
Yikes.
beat Tom Izzo that night.
They went Jim Boeheim on him.
Everybody, you want to talk about the balloon deflating in the building, the mood. Ultimate.
What was the score?
71-67. And they had to come back. They never led in the game.
At home.
At home.
Was the
guess
team
it-
tight? What do you think happened?
Loafy.
It was just a loaf.
Was it a Tom loaf or was
It was a total
team
Tom loaf. You could tell they don't know how to penetrate 2-3 zone. It was mind blowing. I'm like, what are you doing? It was mind blowing to watch. Even the announcers were like, they're not gonna get shots that way. Like they're just like, I was blown away, bro. So to me, that's a huge coach love. The fact that he had to do it tonight, it made it good that he did it in Illinois, because Illinois is a tough place to play. Always
is,
for us. We
yeah.
always harass that.
Fighting a lot.
We've lost in Illinois a lot over the
A
years.
lot of people have lost.
But to go get that win, dominate 79, I mean, blow them out. I mean, that was impressive. You know what I mean? I'm glad that they got it there. But man, it would have been so set up sweet if you'd done it against Indiana, a team that you should absolutely beat.
That's quite the loaf.
That's loaf.
That's quite the loaf.
Yeah, it's a steamy one.
That's steamy. Very steamy.
So, but that Greg Schiano
Yeah, because
was
it is,
freaking awesome.
to your point, it's a historic night. It's at home. It's against the team that the guy who has the record, he coached them forever. He's the reason Indiana has a legacy.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really, that. The more you think about it.
It's a pretty big loaf. Nice that he got it tonight, right?
They got it.
And he got it. We all knew he was going to get it, though.
Dilutes it a size or two because he did get it.
Because he knew he was going to.
It was like the last game. It was like coaching, and he couldn't get. That'd be a bigger.
Like it wasn't like he wasn't going to get that. He wasn't going to pass it. He's coached so many years.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
It would have been a nice little gift wrap bow on that.
It would have been like his last game.
Last game. That would have been
And
the Loafy potential would have been.
It was a record like that.
To your point, he was going to do it.
Epic. Just fucking
tired.
Throw your pants out.
You were tired of a loaf.
It flashed up to your shirt. You might as well throw the shirt away.
Loafy is just
the retirement. We didn't retirement Loafy.
Jeez.
Well, another segment.
All right. So where do we go with this?
All right. So
we probably should go to break because we've been on for 7 hours.
We have to pick this award first. We have to pick the award.
Oh my god!
And then we'll go.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah. No, we have to do it.
I'll give it to Shiano. That's so obscure but hilarious.
I mean, it's a terrible.
Oh my god!
To ice a kicker kicking a 58-yard field goal on the road. Not
the NFL, bro.
Like, don't you know? What are you doing? They shouldn't be even making that. They shouldn't be trying that kick.
Right. As much as I agree with all that, Andy Reid's one.
Going for the three-peat?
That was the whole game plan. It wasn't one play. It was the whole fucking game plan. And he had 2 weeks to do it. And he has Patrick Mahomes. What the fuck are you talking about?
Look,
like, how do you...
The impact of the Loafy, it's easily in.
Well, the reason I'll tell you why it's got to be for a coaching Loafy, because there's like 3 other people that you can put as a legacy Loafy or a trophy Loafy that are, when you hear them, are going to be bigger because they're on the field.
Yeah,
they have a bigger impact than the coach. So anyway, that to me, as coaches go, from the fact that it cost him, it hurt his legacy, a chance at a three-peat, never been done before. I mean, they didn't
put up a fight.
They didn't put up a fight. It was 34-0.
It felt like a bad Sunday night football game.
Think about this. It was 34-0.
Really what it felt like.
Think about this. He has Patrick Mahomes. He has Travis Kelce. He has this 4-2 guy in the win. It's not like they have nothing. It was 34-0 midway through the third quarter before they crossed half field. Do you know the size of the? We're talking about a Loafy the size of the damn dome they played in. It's a super Loafy.
We're talking about tearing of the rectum.
Yeah, surgery. There's going to be surgery. That's where it is.
It's kind of like an episiotomy.
I'm saying.
I
understand your point about but that's one game. It's a regular season.
No.
This is a legacy.
In the land of obscure Loafies, this stands atop.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But impact of the Reed-sized Loafy was just...
and this is the thing.
I'd vote for Andy with this
I mean, this is the thing. Like, Andy had 2 weeks. 2 weeks to do this. Like, how do you give a guy... Normally, you give people that give Belichick 2 weeks, you're fucked. He'll figure you out. Same thing with Andy Reid.
Lawton, how do you feel?
I like the Greg Schiano, but Andy Reid, I mean, it's not a bad one at all. I mean, I can get with it.
But do you agree that should be the coaching Loafy of the year?
Gosh, that Schiano thing was dumb.
But like Rutgers,
it's Super Bowl.
It's also Rutgers Super Bowl.
It's Rutgers.
It's not. It's a funny Loafy.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Maybe that's what I can't get over. All right, give us Andy Reid, but that shit's great. We got to Andy. Hey, I'm drinking a Greg Schiano.
Sean, we can give
you.
Give him the little guy.
We give him a little.
We give him second place.
Give him a parting gift for his trouble.
Funniest loaf.
It
might be the funniest.
One of the funniest.
Pretty funny, though.
You give him a little. When we come back, we're going to stand in the category. Fuck it. Funniest loaf because, damn it, that's a nominee. Because I don't know things on the top. It's got to get something. It's too good. But all right, so anyway, that's the second one. So we're going to take a break. 2 awards down. Who the hell else made it go? Segment 2 coming right up. The Loafy Awards, boys and girls. So our 2 winners so far, it was GM Loafy, which the Giants is Donkey. What's his name? Joe Shane. Should be Joe Shane. Joe Shane.
Coaching Loafy.
That's the and the coaching Loafy. Andy Reid, congratulations, you did get a trophy, just not the one you wanted. Segment 2 coming right up.
There's winners all over.
The Loafies continue.